Hello, educators! Do you have a problem with algebra? Algebra sounds difficult to comprehend, but fear not, you found the right channel. This video will help you to teach your students to understand the concept of patterns and relationships. At the end of this video, learners will be able to identify the missing number in a number pattern.
Before that, let's get started by introducing some important terms in algebra that will be used in this video. Firstly, number pattern. It is a group of numbers that follow a rule while repeating or changing. Secondly, pattern rule. It is a rule that a group of numbers follow in a number pattern. As you can see in this number pattern, the pattern rule here is to add 2. Next, term. A term is a single number or variable in a number pattern. The number 1, 2, 3, and 4 are terms. Another example below, the number 2, 2, and 4 are terms. Lastly, term number. It is the number that tells the position of an item in a number pattern. Number 1 is the first term, number 2 is the second term, number 3 is the third term, and number 4 is the fourth term. Now, let's look at a number pattern. In this number pattern, what number comes after 14?
How do we solve this? We will use concrete and pictorial representation. Step 1. You will need to identify the pattern rule. Firstly, the learners need to represent the first term in the number pattern using pictures or concrete objects. Now, let's look at the example here. The green circle is a term. Let the term be the number of people sitting around the table. The rectangle is a term number. Let the term number be the table. For example, first table, second table, third table, and so on. The first term is 6. 6 represents the number of people sitting around the table. Hence, one table could fit 6 people. Now, how do we get from 6 to 10? Now, what happens when you add another table? Let's think that we add the second table end to end with the first table. When the ends of 2 tables touch each other, no one can fit in there. Hence, we move one person from the end of the first table to the end of the second table. Then, we add another 4 people. Now, the total number of people sitting around the tables is 10. Let's keep going and see if you can think of the pattern rule. Now, we add the third table end to end with the second table. How many people can we fit into 3 tables? Similar to the first table, we have to move one person from the end of the second table to the end of the third table. Again, we add another 4 people, therefore 14 people can fit into 3 tables. We went from 6 to 10 to 14. The pattern rule here is to add 4 people when we add a table. Step 2. You will need to identify the missing number. After identifying the pattern rule, learners will be able to identify the next term number in the number pattern. Since the pattern rule is 4, learners will need to add 4 to the previous term 14 without looking at the picture. Hence, they will identify the next term number as 18.
Now, let's recap what we have learned. Number 1. We use concrete or pictorial representation to represent the number pattern. Number 2. We identify the pattern rule in the number pattern. Number 3. We identify the next number in the number pattern using the pattern rule. If it is too difficult for the learners to understand this concept using pictorial representation, educators can also use concrete objects such as matchsticks or straws to help represent the number pattern.
Pictorial representation and concrete object makes everything easy to visualize and understand.
This video is brought to you by Helena, Jacqueline, and Jeffrey.
Thank you for watching!
Created using Powtoon.